GPS and remote sensing, transforming environmental monitoring and more. Hello, wonderful attendees. I'm your host, Dalvinder Kaur from lovely Professional University. Get ready to dive into today's topic, that is harnessing the power of GPS and remote sensing for environmental monitoring and beyond. Before we proceed further, allow me to introduce the experts of the day. Dr. Rajesh Jolly, Assistant Professor, Geography, School of Social Sciences and Languages, lovely Professional University. With a PhD in Geography, specializing in the application of remote sensing, Dr. Jolly brings over 8 years of teaching experience. His contributions include over 8 Scopus publications and securing 4 IPRS in 2024. So I would like to introduce Dr. Ajay Mathur, Scientist, SG, BRSC, Ludhiana. Dr. Mathur holds a BTech in Civil Engineering and a PhD from the University of UK. A life member of several notable organizations, including IST and AMIE. Dr. Mathur has authored numerous international papers and presented at conferences worldwide. So I would like to introduce Mr. Shashikant Sahu, Scientist IC Training and Capacity Building Program and Scientist ST Staffs Group. With the 12 years of experience at PRSC, Mr. Sahu holds an MSc in Applied Geology and MS in Geoinformatics. His research focuses on optical and microwave remote sensing for water resources and more, with over 20 research publications and extensive monitoring experience. So I would like to introduce the admission nominee also in this webinar, Mr. Rishabh Sharma, Officer and Area Coordinator at the Department of Types, Division of Admission, lovely Professional University. Mr. Sharma plays a pivotal role in connecting the university with various institutions and organizations. Before we proceed further in today's session, I would like to request everyone for any questions. You can write in the chat box or in the Q&A box, and same will be addressed from my side in the end of this webinar. And now I hand over the things to Dr. Rajesh, Dr. Ajay, and Mr. Shashikant, and it would be an absolute delight to listen from all of you. Over to you all.
Good morning to all of you. I am Dr. Rajesh Jolly. I would like to welcome Dr. Sahu. He is scientist in Punjab University Center. Dr. Ajay Mathur is also scientist in the Punjab University Center. Dr. Mathur and Dr. Sahu is specialized in different streams of the geological mapping and urban resource management. So in today's topic, we are going to discuss about the harnessing the resources, that is remote sensing and GPS, for environmental monitoring and beyond. So we are going to introduce that what are the basic applications we are going to use and what are the career prospects in these type of streams. So I'd like to introduce these with the help of my PPTs also. So I'm going to share my screen. So my screen is visible to all of you?
Yes, the screen is visible. You can continue, Dr. Rajesh.
Thank you, ma'am. Today topic, we are going to give more motivation toward the harnessing the power of GPS and the remote sensing. That is particularly for the environmental monitoring and beyond. Beyond means that these type of technologies are now increasing day by day to enhancing more application of these areas. So first of all, I would like to welcome Dr. Ajay Mathur, Scientist SG, Remote Sensing Centers, Dr. Sashikant Sahu, Scientist SG, Punjab Ocean Center. And we are going to introduce this concept of remote sensing. It is a very basic concept that we are going to collect the information of the object without coming in direct physical in contact with the object. So we are not in physical contact with the object. We are just getting the information of the object without any contact with them. So this type of process is known as the remote sensing. So it can be done by three components, that is the recording object, then a meted object which is going to reflect the energy, and the sensor who is going to record these type of energies. So we have in remote sensing, we have two type of technologies which are going to use, that is based on the source of energy. One is the passive remote sensing. Another one is the active remote sensing. So in both the technology, we are going to use the source of energy that is going to be coming toward the sensor. So in this type of technology, I would like to clarify more about these type of technologies, because in passive and active, both these type of technologies are going to use day by day increasing more in these type of components. So in passive motion sensing, we are going to use the sun as a source of energy. Sun emits their energy, radiate toward the object, and object emits it radiate energy back to the sensor. That is going to be helpful. Similarly, it is going to be shown in the picture also, which is going to be depicted that how one radiation which is received from the sun through the object, it is going back to the sensor of the satellite. This is a passive remote sensing. Another one is the active remote sensing, in which the object is going to radiate its own energy through its sensor to the object, and it's going back to the sensor again by refracting from the object. So it is a two-way process in which sensor emitted the energy and then it is going to be back towards the sensor. In this point of view, I would like to clarify from Dr. Sahu that nowadays the lidar and radar is going to be very prominent in terms of active remote sensing. So, what are the applications of these type of technologies in the uh, remote sensing, active remote sensing? Dr. Sahu, my voice is visible to you?
Yes, it is visible.
Yeah. Sir, sometimes students maybe ask questions that what are the application of the lidar and the active remote sensors, because nowadays these type of technologies are going to be increased day by day in terms of application in different streams. So how we can use these type of technologies in different application areas?
So, can you repeat again?
Like application of lidar and the sonar in different specialized area, like in term of agriculture, in term of other activities. So how we can say that these type of applications are going to be increase the
Yeah,
interest of the student?
yeah. Actually, LiDAR is an advanced technology which mostly, if you compare with other optical sensors, and they are based on the reflectance, and this LiDAR technology is based on the point clouds. Actually, it sends the signals and it receives the points when scattered from these objects. So if LiDAR is basically useful for a if you want to study very precise and accurate information about the location and high resolution information. So go for the LiDAR for specifically a good if you want to prepare a good DEM or digital elevation model. It is also very useful, or if you say you want to prepare very accurate forest biomass or agriculture biomass, you also you can use this LiDAR, but LiDAR is very expensive compared to the other optical and micro remote sensing. I would rather say that it is very much useful when if it is required for a precise and accurate objective. You want to discover any feature, or you want to typically uh, means map a particular object with high accuracy. Otherwise, people is not using this LiDAR for various applications.
So most of the cases, the passive remote sensing is going to be used very frequently. So
Hmm.
sometimes we also face some kind of drawbacks of these type of energies. So like passive remote sensing, but we have to go for the application of these type of remote sensing in
Hmm.
the day-to-day technologies.
Yeah. Basically, passive remote sensing. Basically, it has no, it has um, uh, no, it has no its own source of energy. It always depends on the sun's energy. So basically, when you look after yeah, means rainy day, rainy season, if you want to map any object, so it cannot penetrate the cloud, and it also, if it is very darker region or shadow region, it also cannot penetrate, or it cannot visualize, because the sun is the main source of energy. But in active remote sensing, it has its own source of energy like radar and lidar, so it can sense the object uh, beyond the means any cloud or any shadow, because it can send the signal from its own antenna, so it doesn't depend on the sun. So this is the basic difference between these two concept, passive and active. And many Earth observation satellites basically are optical sensors, and which is passive remote sensing. But nowadays, radar is coming up with many satellites. So both the optical and active, both passive and active remote sensing now you people are using day by day.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. It's very wonderful that we are having a lot of application of these type of latest technology, which is going to emerge in the field of remote sensing. And now there are some important stages through which the process of remote sensing, acquiring of images, and capturing of the information about object is going to be collected. So first is the source of energy, that is sun, which is transmitted energy, which is going to received by the object. After receiving the object, it is going to send back to the sensor of the satellite. Satellite will send the signal to the base stations. In base station, it is going to be processed in the form of data, in the form of image, and then it is going to be analyzed by the scientist in terms of different components. So we are going to having a platform in remote sensings in these type of. So these platforms are going to be helpful to capturing the information of different objects for different purposes also. Like if you're going to capture a larger area, we are going for the satellite communications. But if you're going for a smaller area, we can go for a aerial photography and the drone also. So drone is a latest technology which is going to be used in the field of remote sensing. Nowadays, it is very helpful. So I would like to ask Dr. Ajay Mathur that nowadays we have a application of drone in the term of remote sensing. So what are those applications? Dr. Mathur? Dr. Mathur? Dr. Mathur, my voice is audible to you? I think there is a some internet connectivity
No,
issue.
you can just call him. You can call him and ask, please sir, join.
Okay,
Actually, maybe switch on is, but he's in another meeting. I think you should call him again, please.
okay,
Just call.
okay. Dr. Sahu, what are the different applications of drone that is going to be recently used in the remote sensing field? Because nowadays it is very common of the drone
Yeah,
mapping.
drone. Basically, if you see nowadays, a drone has come up. So I think Dr. Ajay Mathur is also online. Can you ask this question?
Okay, okay, sir.
I'll
Dr.
just
Mathur,
unmute.
my voice is audible to you?
Yes,
Dr.
it
Mathur?
is. Mine is audible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Uh,
Okay. So what's the question?
Sir, question is that what are the latest technologies that is drone, which is going to used in remote sensing? So, which kind of application we are going to utilize through the drone mapping?
Okay. Right. First of all, the difference between satellite and drone is that drone provides us very detailed information. Correct. So
Yes.
satellites, it provides 50 centimeter of pixel size, but drone you can have 2 centimeters, 5 centimeters. So applications also vary. For example, with drones, good morning. we can map urban areas. For example, you want to map each and every building in an urban area, such big details, which you cannot get from satellite images, individual buildings. So drone is one which can be used very, very easily. So what it helps is, because drone provides such a detail that you really don't have to go to the field for field data collection. For satellites, you have to go understand the buildings, but for drone, it gives you individual, uh, what you can say, buildings. So that is the biggest application of drones, and it is being widely used now for urban mapping.
Yeah.
Then
So
again, yeah.
in urban mapping, it is very useful nowadays to identify the features from the drone satellite drone mapping also. Sir, can drone can be useful also for the agriculture resource management?
Yes, yes, it can be. So the starting point is, first is the cadastral mapping. Okay.
Yeah.
So in cadastral mapping, what you do is you need very great details. So you can first of all map the cadastral, that is the map of the village, and you can understand the holdings of individual farmers. Now, where it comes into picture is, suppose there is a flood,
Hmm.
localized flood. So you can again fly drone, get the understanding of the losses to the crops, and then can pay to the farmers, because that is the big issue. Crop insurance is facing a lot of problems because they're not able to get the accurate mapping of crops. So this is where it can come down very heavily on the uh, disaster management and for paying compensation to the farmers. Then again, it can be used for, in case of, what do you say, if there are diseases in the crops, so which is very localized. So you can map those crops which have been diseased. So drone come into provides a lot of details. So that helps really.
Sir, one
Yes,
more question. Sometimes student may be asked that nowadays the aerial photography is going to be absolute in term of remote sensing mapping. So what are the reason behind that?
okay, one is biggest problem is cost and time to acquire. For example, if you want to, let's say, acquire aerial photographs, first the government will not give you permission. So there are many lot of areas where you cannot fly. So that's the first thing. Then you have to have a defense clearance. So that is one limitation of flying aeroplanes. Second is, let's say, even if you get permission, you start your plane to fly, but then the weather gets bad, you cannot continue. So that is another. And then cost, of course. Then where aerial photographs play a bigger role in remote sensing is where we have to map 3D. Okay, because 2D can be accounted by, say, drones as well as satellite images. Now drones are also coming, which provides us uh, 3D mapping. So drones in a way are going to replace aerial photographs, because you don't have to fly a plane. Let's say take a case of Punjab. If you want to fly somewhere between Ludhiana and say Chandigarh, in that case, you can take your drone and fly it locally. But with aerial photograph, you will have to fly from either Ludhiana airport or Chandigarh airport. So cost matters a lot. Yep.
Yeah, that is very good, sir, because sometimes it is very interesting that nowadays drone is capturing more interest as compared to the aerial photography.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. It is very informative for us about this. So these type of different platforms which are going to utilize in the field of remote sensing for mapping and for resource information capturing also.
Yes.
And now we have a application of remote sensing for different specialized area. Even Dr. Mathur and Dr. Sahu will agree with my statement that these type of application is already covering by the state motion center, that is Punjab motion center, and we have specialized person and scientist available there to deal with these type of application area of the remote sensing, like land use land cover mapping, environmental mapping, even transport network and urban planning and infrastructure mapping. Even transport networking, we are now using a GIS technologies to identify the vehicle locations. So live vehicle locations are going to be implanted on the map to identify there. So these type of different application in the field of remote sensing for different specialized areas. So that is why it is capturing a lot of gain in the interest of the multinational company, even in the public sector also. So now next term, which is coming to the mind of the student, that what does the GIS stand for? GIS means that it is a geographical information system. It is a software which is going to handle your spatial and non-spatial data set. Spatial means that is a map, and non-spatial means attribute. So it is a software which is going to deal or analyze in both the database in combined format also. So you can attach your spatial and non-spatial data set in the GIS, and you can analyze the data set by overlaying different layers over there. So these type of analysis we are going to done with the GIS. So GIS, we have a lot of softwares are there like ArcGIS, SmartGIS solutions, GeoMedia, Super GIS, QGIS. Some of the GIS softwares are freely available, which is very relevant now. So what we can say that the remote sensing, whatever the information you are going to capture to the remote sensing, we can analyze these information in the GIS software. So GIS is a software which is going to use the spatial and the non-spatial data sets. Spatial means that is map, and the non-spatial means that is attribute form of the database. Now we have also an application of GIS in the different streams like watershed analysis, land resource management, network analysis, incident mapping, spatial analysis. So there are different type of analysis which you can perform in the field of GIS applications. Now we have the application of remote sensing in environmental monitoring. So already sir has explained that we have a lot of land use, land cover mappings and the forest health assessment. I can show you by the images which is going to be prepared by the use of remote sensing. So first we are going with a one by one, that is land use, land cover mapping. So land use, land cover, suppose we are going to identify that there is a change in the pattern of settlements, there is change in the pattern of the agriculture, there is a change in the pattern of the forest. So we are going to identify these type of changes in the land use, land cover. So what kind of helpful of these type of application? These type of applications are going to be helpful to identify the patterns of the spatial in that area, and for the planning point of view. Suppose this brown patch in the image is going to depicted a expansion of the settlement. So by the pattern of the settlement, panel may be given the view that how these settlements are going to expand it, and what are their plus point from planning point of view, that in which area we are going to change in the land use. So these type of changes in the land use will be helpful for the planner to identify the change detection in that area. Suppose there is a change of the fallow land to the agricultural land, that is also very prominent, that why these type of changes are going to be happen. Then there is a one more prominent application of remote sensing, that is a burning of forest fires. Because in the month of May and June, when the season are dries, there is a lot of forest fires are coming in the forest area. So with the help of remote sensing, we can pinpoint the area which is going to be highlighted by the forest fires. So by GIS, we are going to identify the area which is going to be burned out, and with the help of direction of the wind, we can analyze, we can forecast which area is going to be affected in the coming weeks for the forest fire. That is a prevention measures we can use in these type of technologies. There is some satellite images which is going to use for forest and the individual identification. That is a Sentinel satellite images. Now most of these satellite images are freely available in the online internet platforms. You can download and you can analyze these type of data set. Then we have a application of remote sensing in the climate change studies. Now climate change is very prominent in nowadays. Now we are going to a lot of information coming that climate is changing day. Now climate is changing at very faster rate. Now, the direct impact of the climate is going to affect it on the glaciated areas of the Earth. So we are going to identify through the satellite image that how much area of the glaciated region is going to reduce and what are the intensity rate of reducing of these type of glaciated areas. Second, we are going to identify if the glaciated area is going to be reduced, then ultimately we are increasing the sea level water in the form of rising of the sea water level. So what is going to be impacted? That is going to be impacted in the coastal areas. So in this map, the blue patches are going to be depicted that the area which is going to affected due to rising in the sea water level. So we are going to notice that how much area is going to be submerged due to rise in the sea water level. So these type of information we are going to capture through the remote sensing and analyzing in the GIS platforms. Then there is another more important aspect of the climate change, that is the occurrence of the disaster and the change in the phenomena of the disaster. In the previous scenario, we have occurrence of the disaster, that is a flooding and the earthquake. Nowadays, the disasters are going to be more epidemic and more frequently occurring with the storms, heat waves. So these are the resultant of the climate change in the areas. Then we can also study the water qualities through the remote sensing and the GIS. We can identify the TDS level in the water. So this image, this map is showing the reservoir of the dam, which is going to be the before and the after monsoon, the rise of TDS level and pH level in the area. So these type of application we are going to study in the field of remote sensing. So again, Dr. Sahu, I would like to ask some question that how remote sensing is helpful to identify water quality monitoring in an area. Dr. Sahu, Dr. Sahu, voice is audible.
Yes, yes. Actually, as your questions tells that remote sensing, uh, basically, it is not fully equipped for the water quality monitoring
Yeah, yeah,
or groundwater, but you can check the water quality, the surface water like river, wetland, and other features like water bodies that can which is visible to the optical sensor or you can satellites. But for groundwater, it is very much difficult for monitoring the water quality as well as the water table. But water quality is basically which feature is visible to the surface in the surface uh, through the satellite is basically the water chlorophyll content, or you can say organic dissolved organic carbon, or you can say SOC, and other features like the turbidity and which is we can correlate this to the satellite remote sensing. But for water quality monitoring through remote sensing is very difficult. But
Sir, one
if
more
you say,
application, one more application like we are going to study about the geological
yeah, for
study of an area.
geological applications, is very numerous applications. Like if you see, remote sensing is very much useful for geological structural mapping, landform mapping, and mining applications.
Yeah.
And people are also doing geological in geological applications like paleochannel studies. And if you say, it is also very much useful for you can say this is a new technology right now. This is also useful for this is you can say depletion, groundwater related depletion studies. Also, we are using the remote sensing SAR interferometer. So nowadays, very much many applications in geology you can use this remote sensing. So those who are interested in remote sensing, they should first go through the remote sensing basics and their applications. Then they can easily visualize what is the applications in corporate, possibly possible areas, and what are the applications in geology. They can get the information about both these scenarios.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. We can continue with the uh, next part of our PPT. So, as sir already told you, that there is a environmental monitoring with the help of geospatial technologies. Sometime we are going to map about the health and epidemic controls. Disaster management is a key role in the remote sensing and geospatial technologies. So, I would like to introduce that School of Liberal and Creative Arts, which is going to be ranked first and the 12th rank in the social sciences and management. The school is going to introduce a
मोबाइल का
new
कैलकुलेटर यूज कर लेना
new program that is Masters of Geospatial Sciences under Master of Science. So this program is going to be collaborative program from LPU with Punjab Remote Science Center, in which students are going to be having a interactive and the sessions from the scientists of the Punjab Remote Science Center. So it is a new program which is going to be launched by the
1:2
LPU, and this program
जो भी
is
आदमी
going
को
to be
लिखो
collaborative form. So it is going to be geospatial technology, which is going to use a modern tools in terms of geographical mapping, analysis of the Earth, cartography, remote sensing, critical understanding, and the configuration interconnection. And it is a tools which is utilized for the
सर नेक्स्ट
planning
क्वेश्चन कैसे करोगे बताओ भाई
to disaster management and transit system also. Now we have designed this program in that way
इसमें भी
that
डिस्टेंस
it
ऑन
is
मैप पर ऊपर होगा
diversified in different
वही आप वो
specialized
मेजर करोगे
curriculum also.
और फिर वो निकालोगे ठीक है
Like it is going to have a new education policies, and we are designing the course curriculum from fundamental to advanced courses. So it means the fundamental courses are going to be in the first year,
क्या हुआ
and when the student has gained their interest in the
मैडम
program, we are going to be have advanced courses in their areas. Side by side, we are also going to introduce application based specialized courses in 6 different specialized streams. Like if we are talking about the agriculture area, because now we have already learned that remote sensing and GIS has application in different domains. So students are having interest in the field of agriculture, want to pursue their career in the agriculture. So we have elective basket in the program in which student can choose any one specialized stream in which they are going for their career point of view. And we have cohort, that is skill oriented program and skill oriented courses within the curriculum. Beside that, we have a internship, summer internship program, and 2 month after job training program for the students who are not getting any placement. So we are hoping that this course will be going to give the student a 100% placement. Secondly, we have a specialized faculty, because this program is a tie-up program with the LPU and the PRSC. So it is a tie-up program in which we have a specialized faculties at LPU also in the field of remote sensing and GIS. And in the remote sensing center, we have a specialized scientist with high profile specialized area in the different specialized streams, which is going to taught the students of LPU who are giving the benefits in their career prospects also. And secondly, we are having industrial connections for the placement opportunity for the summer internship with different specialized organizations like IMD. IMD is the Indian Meteorological Department, which is going to forecast the weather-related information. It is also going to be part of the LPU. Students are going to take out the summer internship in that program. Punjab Remote Sensing Center, Haryana Remote Sensing Application Center,
भैया
Environmental State Research Institute
लास्ट
History,
क्वेश्चन में कोई दिक्कत
Survey
तो
of
नहीं है
India, National Institute of Disaster Management, Indian Institute of. So these are the some of the prominent organizations which are doing a latest and the prominent in the field of remote sensing. So our student will be going to take help of these type of technologies by these type of specialized streams and the person in that area. We have research opportunities in the form of dissertation, which is going to offer in the fourth semester at the PRSC, where specialized scientist is going to teach the scholars and the students for the agriculture sciences, water resource management, geology, forest resource management, urban and rural planning, natural resource management. In terms of infrastructure facilities, all the LPU facilities are going to provide it a smart classroom with fully AC, cartography and GIS lab, remote sensing lab, meteorological laboratories, field-based equipment. Well, beside that, the tie-up institute is having a smart classroom with fully AC, advanced GIS and remote sensing lab with vast data of the satellite. More than 50 years of data is available. Soil laboratories, advanced field-based equipment, surveying teams, surveying equipments, interdisciplinary approach, digital photogrammetry in geospatial sciences, and specialized in these type of. So this is the salient features of the MSc Geospatial Sciences. We have designed the curriculum to have a better exposure to the student in the field of remote sensing by the specialized scientists. In the field of publication, we are offering IPR, paper publications, gamification, MOOC learning, summer internship. These are the curriculum highlights. We have a syllabus designed with from basic to advanced, industry-based curriculum, dissertation in the summer internship, interdisciplinary research, orientation, career opportunities, elective and specialized baskets for the student, semester exchange with the industry tie-up, MOUs with the renowned institutes, opportunity for live project,
और तुम्हें
and
तो क्या है कि
exposure and
2 सेंटीमीटर
advanced
है ना, उसकी लेंथ
customization
ग्राउंड पे निकालो
in the semester
और
fourth.
उसको मल्टीप्लाई कर दो स्क्वायर के
So if
लिए बस।
student is going to opt these type of courses, we have a career prospects in that also.
लास्ट
Career
क्वेश्चन में यू हैव
prospects
टू फाइंड
in
द
the
डिस्टेंस ऑन
public
अर्थ
and the
2
private sector.
सेंटीमीटर कितना है,
That
फिर
is
स्क्वायर बना दो
GIS
उसका,
technician,
ठीक है।
programmer, image
लास्ट
analysis,
क्वेश्चन
team
का कैसे
leader,
करोगे,
GIS programmer, surveyor. Even in government
एक
sectors,
बार निकाल लो 2
now government
सेंटीमीटर का
is
ग्राउंड पे
trying to
कितना
set up
डिस्टेंस
a
है, बस
specialized
उसी से
area
मल्टीप्लाई कर दो,
in the field of geospatial also.
2/2 है ना वो।
So I would like to ask Dr. Mathur, what are the different specialized area we are going to offer in the field of, and what are the career prospects in the field of geospatial technologies? Dr. Mathur, Dr. Mathur, my voice is audible.
Yeah, can you repeat the question?
Sir, nowadays the geospatial technology is very prominent in the field of mapping. So,
Yeah.
if students are going with the geospatial sciences, what are the different career prospects are achieving by these type of degrees?
Okay, okay. So now if you start, every field has got application of GIS. And looking into this, the government of India has relaxed norms to acquire data. Now, earlier it was very, very tough to get drone flying. Now you can fly a drone. So with the availability of satellite data, drone data, it opens a lot of opportunities. If I start to give you first the broad departments that are into it, I can tell you, we have got Department of Space. They have got number of departments across India. Then we have State Remote Sensing Center. Then there are many private players. Now coming to the application side, which departments? You start urban mapping. You have heard of smart mapping, smart cities. So every
Yes,
city
sir.
in India is going for GIS mapping because it helps you to have an understanding of the number of properties you have and the taxes you can levy and how you can plan. That's first. Second is the rural department. They want mapping of all the fields, agriculture fields, so that it has got many different applications like, let's say, disaster. So disaster management itself is a new department that is coming up in every state of India. So you have got councils, then you have got forest department, you have got pollution department, to name any department, you will find the use of GIS. And let me tell you that getting trained manpower in this field is very difficult, which again amplifies that, yes, this is a budding field. And of course, if you go for this, prospects are there waiting for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. We are also now notice that now students of different domains, like in geography, also they are having more interest toward the geospatial, and they are going to have internship in these type of specialized like IMD, like NIDM, even remote sensing center. Also, they are going for giving their career shaping in the field of remote sensing. We are also having a placement in the field of teaching as well as in the GIS platform also, and this is going to be helpful for the student to build their career. Student achievement also, like we have a lot of sports and extracurricular activities in the students who are given the models. So by these words, I would like to thank to all of you for the enhancing session of the career prospects in the geospatial technologies and harnessing the role of remote sensing and GPS in the environmental monitoring and beyond of that. So I would like to conclude, and at first I would like to thank uh, once of all to scientists of Dr. Mathur and Dr. Sashikant Sahu, who gave a wonderful knowledge about the field of geospatial sciences and how career prospect will be going to be helpful for the student. Thanks a lot. Thanks for joining the session, sir. Thank you a lot.
Thanks.
Over
Thank you
to
so
you,
much.
Rishabh, sir.
Yes, thank you so very much, Dr. Rajesh, Dr. Shashikant, and Dr. Ajay Mathur. So it was wonderful watching you talking on the concept of remote sensing, platform in remoting sensing, the application of remote sensing, and forest fire burning from our expert, Dr. Rajesh, and more. So now I would request to the admission nominee, Mr. Rishabh Sharma, to be on the screen. Over to you, Mr. Rishabh.
Thank you so much, Dalvinder ma'am. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, your screen is visible. You can continue, Mr. Rishabh.
Yeah, thank you so much. So, before starting, I would like to extend my regard to all the panelists, and it was wonderful watching you explaining on GPS. So, today we will be discussing about accreditations and approvals, infrastructure part, extracurricular activities, eligibility, and fee structure of the program, and how actually you can apply for the same. So, without taking much of time, I would like to give you a glimpse of each and everything. So it gives me immense pleasure to share with you all that LPU is now NAC grade A++ university with 3.68 score
हो
on
गया
4
भाई?
scale. Its highest score in first cycle of accreditation among all government and private universities. If we talk about, we also have ICAR, NCTE, and the Pharmacy Council of India, Council of Architecture. We are also member of Association of Indian Universities and also
हो गया
uh,
तो दे दो फिर हैं?
National
Start with the
Association
next
of
session.
Universities.
आप लोग अपनी प्रैक्टिकल कॉपी निकाल
And
लीजिए.
then if we talk about
अटेंडेंस की शीट किसके पास है
ranking
भाई?
and awards,
हैं?
uh, uh,
हो गया कंप्लीट?
Rajesh sir, I need your help. I think
योर
Yes, sir.
someone
11
from
people
your
students
behind
ना?
is talking. If you can please ask them to uh, not
Okay,
talk, or you can mute yourself.
Sorry for the
sir.
interruption. Sorry for the interruption. Dr. Ajay Mathur, kindly mute yourself that Mr. Rishabh can continue.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, if we talk about ranking and awards, uh, Times Higher Education World University Ranking 2023, LPU has been ranked 23rd. And if we talk about World University with Real Impact, we have been ranked second. If we talk about Atal Ranking of Institution on Innovation Achievement, we have been ranked third. If we talk about extracurricular activities, LPU creates history. 12 out of 12 out of 13 LPU students won Olympic medals in all three categories: gold, silver, and bronze. And LPU is champion of 37th Inter-University Youth Festival under the aegis of Association of Indian Universities. Our students excelled in all the department possession, whether it is music, fine art, dance, literary, theatre. LPU students also won first runner-up for Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad Sports Trophy 2023. which was awarded annually by Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, Government of India. Our students, uh, our students also shined at 19th Asian Games. Abhishek, gold medal in archery. You can just have a look. If we talk about exposure at LPU successfully hosted 106th Indian Science Congress, which was inaugurated by Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi. His Holiness Dalai Lama at LPU campus interacting with students. Two former presidents in a single frame. Then President of India, Shri Pranab Mukherjee, alongside then former President of Afghanistan, Mr. Hamid Karzai, alongside our Deputy Chancellor, Sir Dr. Ashok Kumar Mittal, Member of Parliament, Rajya Sabha, then Finance Minister of India, Shri Arun Jaitley ji, Venkaiah Naidu ji, Gauhar Gopal, many Bollywood and sport personalities keep on visiting LPU campus. I think I need not to name them. You can just have a look. We have added few of the slides. LPU also hold one Guinness World Book of Record on a trip for highest number of people doing Bhangra at a single venue. State of art infrastructure, Shanti Devi Mittal Auditorium with sitting capacity of more than 2,500 people. Mac labs, library. We also have Uni Mall. You can get all your essential needs fulfilled here, whether basic need, gymnasium, bowling area is there. We also have 50 bedded hospital within university campus. Aerial view of LPU, lush green campus, clean, green and safe campus. Obviously, ranking free campus. We also have indoor stadium facility. We have badminton, volleyball, basketball, competitive sports, shooting range is there. So squash is there. Even we have Olympic size swimming pool. This is the outer view of indoor stadium facility. Now let's go live and discuss that how you can actually check all these details yourself. For that, you need to visit our website. For that, you can just type www.lpu.in. Our website address is www.lpu.in. So once you visit our website, you just need to go to admission. If you are 12th pass out student or you are graduate student, for 12th pass out, just click here after 12th undergraduate program. For postgraduate program, just click after graduation postgraduate program. As I have already selected 12th, and thereafter we need to select the discipline. So there are number of disciplines. So today we are talking about geography. I have already selected the same. So we have BA honors in geography. Let's talk about the eligibility of this program. Eligibility says you need minimum 60% mark in 10 plus 2 with English as a subject, and you need to qualify LPU Nest exam or CUET exam to take admission into LPU in BA honors in geography. So, what is LPU Nest exam? LPU Nest is Lovely Professional University's national entrance and scholarship test. On the basis of this test, you get eligibility. Secondly, it gives you scholarship as well. So, now let's talk about the fee structure for BA honors in geography. If we talk about fee structure is 50,000 rupees per semester. In LPU, fees always depend upon the caliber of the student. You can get up to 14,000 scholarship per semester. So there are three cutoffs, 1, 2, and 3. You can get scholarship on the basis of LPNS, on the basis of your 12th percentage. You can even get scholarship on the basis of your CUET exam, and after that, financial aid scholarship is also there for defense personnel and their wards and their dependent wards. So, if we talk about important date, uh, last date for submission of LPNS application is 31st of May. Please keep this in mind that last date to submit LPNS application for this phase is 31st of May. Result, so last date to book LP exam slot is 3 days before the conduct of exam. Today is 30th. If we want to give exam on let's say 2nd of June, And in that case, we have to book our exam by today itself. So result of exam would be announced within 48 working hours. Last date of admission would be within 7 days from the declaration of result, subject to last date, that is 5th of June. Please keep in mind last date of admission 5th of June. Now, how actually you can apply for LPNS and proceed for your admission? You can simply click here on apply now. Otherwise, you can note the direct link, that is admission.lpu.in, admission.lpu.in. So here you need to register yourself first, your general detail. And once you register, you will get all the credentials on your email as well as SMS. You can simply log in and you can submit your LPNS application form. Fees for LPNS is 500 for for female applicant and 1000 for male applicant if you apply without it. And if you have already given CUET exam, in that case, LPNS fees will be waived off. So once you have given your exam, result will be displayed in this portal only, and take admission option will be available in this particular portal only. So after taking admission, you need to submit your documents here in this particular portal. So further, I would like to share with you that if you want to connect with us through WhatsApp, you can note our WhatsApp number, that is 985256900, or you can simply click here and you can chat with us. Secondly, if you want to connect with our video counselors, you can click here, and through Zoom meeting, you can connect with our counselors as well. If you want to connect with our tele-counselor, you can simply dial us at 01824 I'm repeating it for you, 01824 So thank you so much, Dalvinder ma'am, for giving me this opportunity to guide the students. I hope I have covered all the important points. Now over to you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Rishabh Sharma. As I can see, there are some questions from our participants. Can we take questions of Dr. Rajesh?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Definitely.
Thanks for giving me a chance to address your questions. Now let's start with the first question. Gagan is asking here, what specific applications can benefit from the combination of GPS and remote sensing data?
Okay, ma'am. GPS is like a technology which we are going to use. It is a technology which you can apply in different type of application area. Like GPS can be used for forest mapping also. GPS nowadays can be used for vehicle tracking also. Like if I am a transporter, I have a multiple trucks with me. So what I can do is I can install one GPS device on my vehicle, and then I can identify that where my vehicle is moving, so I can regular monitoring. Nowadays, even school buses are equipped with GPS devices. So GPS can be used for multiple ways in application in different areas. Even surveying is also using. So GPS best suited for the surveying part. That is a surveying mapping.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rajesh. Someone is asking here, how does the use of GPS and remote sensing contribute to more accurate and efficient environmental assessments?
For example, GPS is going to provide you the precise location of the object on the earth. So with the help of remote sensing, suppose I have identified that this is the patch of the forest fire. Okay. But GPS device will be give me the pinpoint of that area. That is a location which is centimeters. So in remote sensing, we can identify the larger area. But with the help of GPS device, we can pinpoint that which area is going to be affected.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rajesh. I hope all the participants got their answers from our experts. As we come to the end of this webinar, I want to express my deepest gratitude to our experts for sharing their valuable insights and expertise with us. Your presence, enthusiasm, and active participation have made this experience truly special. Hopefully, the attendees found this webinar to be valuable and will be able to utilize the information for better decision making regarding your admissions. If anyone want to access this webinar again, they can visit our website, that is lpu.in, or can be assessed on YouTube also. Stay connected with us for future webinars. Until we meet again, with the permission of my seniors, I would be signing off this webinar. Take care and goodbye. Have a beautiful day.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.